All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is currently 12:31, so half an hour after midnight. If you're wondering why we're up so early, well, we're actually gonna take a 4.5-hour trip over out east to Lake Havasu, where we're actually gonna be competing for the tournaments for this weekend. First one being the last stop of the ABA Ironman series, as well as the ABA TOC the day after. So in preparation of that 4.5 hours, today's the only day we could actually practice. So practice is gonna be from 5:30 to 3, I believe, but either way, lines in starts at 5:30. That's when we can actually start practicing. So up really early, trying to get there by 5:30 so that we could spend as much time on the water as possible. We've never been there before. Today's gonna be the only day of practice that we have, and want to spend as much time on the water as possible. As of right now, AOI standings, Angler of the Year standings for the ABA series, we are currently in 3rd place, right behind James Choi. We are 4 points away from taking 2nd place, and he's not going to make it easy, so we got to try to place 4 places above James in order to take that 2nd place finish. But yeah, guys, early morning, early start of the day. We're gonna spend the next 4.5 hours out on the road going out to Lake Havasu. So see you guys at Lake Havasu, and hopefully we could finish off this year pretty strong. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we made it over to Havasu Landing. We are just at the boat launch right now. We actually have our kayaks and stuff staged and launched right there. So far, only myself, Jason, and James are out here for the Prefish. So we're having like a little internal derby going on, $10 pot. Single biggest fish for the day is gonna take home that pot. So far the launch is pretty cool. Only 3 of us has showed up for the Prefish, but yeah, that's gonna be it, guys. Hopefully we could get on some fish, find out a pattern, find something to help us succeed with the tournament this weekend, and yeah, see you guys on the water. All right, so first things first, we are a little far off of the shoreline here. We're only at 4 feet of water, so this area in particular is pretty shallow. Once we get over to a more high percentage area, so basically what I want to do So if we were to look at the map here, right now we're about to hit all of this right here. All of these little areas right here, but what I want to do is get all the way back over here towards these pockets. But now that I think about it, it actually might be way too far. So we'll go ahead and we'll fish what we can, and then maybe make our way up north if we find that this pattern isn't going to work out for us. But as of right now, we're at 8 feet. The current's kind of ripping right now, to be honest. So there's a lot of hard bottom, obviously. Oh wow. Huh. Well, I mean, I guess I didn't get a skunk.
tiny, tiny little, this is a largemouth. Yeah, this is a largemouth. Well guys, this is a scupper hole fish. Okay, this spot looks really, really good. So, throw out the popper. That looks like a good spot to frog. Let's see here. Fish. Oh no! Little small fish? Are you serious? I mean, it's been about 2 hours since I last turned off the camera. We haven't gotten bit or anything. That seems like we might have gotten something on the popper, but can't say for sure, to be honest. So I think this tournament is definitely going to be a quantity over quality. I think if we could get our limit both days, we should be in a pretty good spot. Fish. There's one. Finally. Jeez. Oh my gosh. Oh yes. Oh man. Oh, that's a smallmouth. That's a smallmouth, guys. Oh jeez. Come on, come here, come here. Oh my god. He does not want to come in. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Let's go! Let's freaking go! My first smallmouth. Oh my god, guys, my first smallmouth bass. And it's a freaking giant. It's a good one. Oh my god, what a beauty. So guys, this is a smallmouth bass. The ones that you guys usually watch me catch is a largemouth. Obviously you could tell by the smaller mouth. These guys are also called brownies or footballs. So, oh my gosh, that was so fun. That was so fun. $16. All right, let's let this guy go. 2-pounder. First smallmouth bass ever. Thank you, girl. Beautiful. Yeah, that was like a super subtle bite too. Like I didn't even feel that bite. That was fun. And on the drop shot too. Let's go, baby. Okay, so that's one. That's one We just need to get a few more of those. Okay, we're gonna start heading back. I think practice is over at 3 o'clock. Right now it's 11, so we're at the halfway mark. Still haven't figured anything out yet, so I don't know, guys. I don't know what we're gonna do. We're at this point we're basically just gonna try to get as many fish as we can, doing whatever we can. There's really no pattern or anything that I could kind of go off of. Hopefully we can get on some. Alright, I guess I didn't get a video of that, but got another fish on the drop shot here at that same cove that we got the smallmouth at. So might be able to choose a spot to start off at. Little guy, but he's gonna measure out maybe like a 13 or 14. No, he's a 13. Okay, not bad. 13-inch fish, guys. Number 2. Our first oh, this is a largemouth, so our first Lake Havasu largemouth. Whew, all right. Alright, so I had my camera set up to picture like a dummy, but either way, that's number 2. Drop shot. I mean, I kind of figured that this was going to be a drop shot kind of place, but we are further and further solidifying that. That was with the 4-inch Morning Dawn Roboworm. There's one. All right. Okay. Number 3 on the drop shot. Okay, so it looks like we got a pattern for what rig to use. Yeah, this guy absolutely smashed it too. He like bit and just took off with it. So another largemouth. I don't see anything coming out, but looks like his belly's full. That's a little largie. These guys are stubby. 13.5. All right, guys, here's number 3. 13 and a half. Let's keep it going. Oh, this is a hybrid. It looks kind of like a, I think this is a warmouth actually. It's not a smallmouth, but it's not brown either. So I think this is a warmouth. It's the hybrid between the largemouth and the largemouth and the smallmouth. Nice. Okay, so that's number 3. Ah, my worm's gone. Gosh dang it. Okay, well, I know that that's gonna work, so it looks like I only have 3 more of that one, of the 4-inch ones, so we'll save that for the tournament. See if we could get any off of Margarita Mutilator, the old tried and true color. So it is getting caught up in grass, but I think with the distance of our leader is actually, hopefully the worm is actually going on top of the grass, but if it's going in between the grass, I guess that's okay too. As long as it's towards the top, but I definitely don't want the worm to be in the grass. I mean, we caught the smallmouth on the Margarita Mutilator, or was it M&M? Either way, we caught the smallmouth on a regular size Roboworm, the 6-inch, so hopefully they're not too picky about it, but you never know. That was 2 fish on the 4-inch. Okay, another one. Nice, another largie. Sick. All right, so this might be one of our spots. Another one. Number 4 right here. Yeah, this is definitely going to be one of our starting points. See. Okay, 14 and a half, we could do that. Nice. I think we got another nice fish here. These guys are fat and like stocky. 14 and a half, guys. Okay, so we got a little something going for us right now. Nothing crazy, but something is better than nothing. I don't think they're too concerned about color or size. But let's actually get up out of here. I don't want to burn this spot anymore, but so drop shot into the toolies, or as close to the toolies as possible. That seems to be the pattern here. Because I think with the drop shot, even though we're throwing it into the toolies and it's getting caught in the grass, that worm is kind of dancing above that grass line. That's my theory, at least, but I don't know if that's actually the case. So We're gonna go ahead and move out of this spot. We'll try some other toolies right here. Hopefully we could establish a pattern here. All right, guys, so that's gonna be it for pre-fish for me. I'm gonna go ahead and use the rest of my time to respool the rods, get some fresh new line on all of them, and then hopefully we can replicate this tomorrow. So, all right, guys, I'll go ahead and rig this up. Catch you guys later. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are settled into our room. You guys saw it. It was a pretty tough practice day, to be honest. Took a while for us to get on some fish, unfortunately, but we were able to actually get on them as the day went by. So the technique is to drop shot, and the pattern seems to be in the grass. So in the toolies, in the grass, need both of those in order to get bit by the largemouth, but it seems like the smallmouth are actually hunkered down and relating to that hard cover. So hopefully we'll be able to replicate that tomorrow and actually get better success with it, hopefully. That way we could actually place well in our last ABA Ironman series for the year, as well as TLC. Now TLC is actually both tomorrow and Sunday. It's a 2-day event. I thought it was a 1-day event, but it's actually a 2-day event. So all the fish that we catch tomorrow is actually going to translate into TLC as well. So definitely something that we definitely want to do well in. Yeah, so we were able to catch that 2-pound smallmouth, which is awesome because I've never caught a smallmouth in my life. I was really hoping that I would be able to catch one during this trip, and I did. So perfect timing on that. Also caught some, I think they were warmouth. The mouths seemed a little bit small, but they weren't brown like the usual smallmouths are. So I think they were warmouth. I'm not really too sure. You guys can correct me on that. But we got 3 of those. So 4 fish total today, not bad for a practice day. Hopefully we could actually get more fish tomorrow as well as Sunday and get on some pretty quality ones too. Seems like the bite was actually pretty tough for everyone. So I think the game plan is to get our limit. I think as long as we get our limit, we're actually gonna be in a pretty good spot. So get our limit, that's gonna be our goal. Hopefully we'll be able to do that. But yeah, that's gonna be it for Prefish, guys. Before we take off, let's actually do a tour of the room here. So we are staying at the Havasu Landing Casino and Resort. This is gonna be on the California side, or Havasu Landing was actually a sponsor for the ABA this year. So shout out to you guys. Thank you guys for sponsoring our organization this year. Really appreciate it. Love the hotel and I love the area. So all right, let's go ahead and go over the room a little bit. So I opted for the single king size bed, but the other option was the double queen. Coffee station, ice, things like that, little desk, workstation area. Before you guys start clowning me for my wagon, let me tell you, this thing comes in clutch. Right now, we have our compartment that holds our battery chargers. This is my bag that I take with me. This holds my snacks, my water, stuff like that. This goes with me on the kayak. You guys have probably seen it. And my duffel bag. Now, what's not in there right now is actually my batteries and everything. So we actually have our battery charging station right here, right next to the bed. And right now, I'm running one 10 amp hour, 12 volt battery. This is gonna be for my electronics. And then here, I have 2 100 amp hour,
12-volt batteries. One of them is actually a spare for whenever, if and when I do run out, I do have a spare for that, but this also powers the GoPro in the back. I could also double up as a battery charger or a phone charger as well, thanks to my USB-C adapter. But yeah, so 2 100 amp hour batteries. Like, this is not a heavy, or this is not a light crate by any means. So that actually, all of this was put into the wagon. Now you could only imagine having to carry all of this stuff up 4 flights, because we're actually on the 4th floor. So having to carry it up from the parking lot all the way up to the hotel room, nah, we're not doing that. Get yourself a wagon, save your back, save yourself the heartache, put everything in one trip, get yourself a wagon. Best $60 that I've ever spent, to be honest. But going back over to the actual tour itself, we have our mini fridge as well as our microwave. Probably gonna grab some water and put some water and some brews up inside here, but grab maybe some frozen snacks so I could eat tomorrow morning or something. Grab like some Hot Pockets or something. Going inside here, nice little, super nice bathroom. Wow. Yeah, really nice. But all right guys, so that is really gonna be it for today's video. That's gonna be it for today's practice. Thank you guys for joining me along. Hopefully we could actually do better this weekend. But as always, thank you guys for liking, subscribing, joining me for my adventures on the water. And I'll see you guys tomorrow on tournament day.